channel, so with so many Indian festivals that have come and gone, I thought of doing like an Indian makeup tutorial, and I hope you guys like it. So if you're interested in watching how I achieved this look, continue watching. So I'm first going to be priming my face with the Color Bar primer. It's yet one of my favorite primers, and I keep coming back to it all the time after using all the possible primers in the world. I just love it. So once I'm done priming my face, I will now prime my eyes. I always prefer doing my eyes before I do my entire face, so that if there's any fallout of the eyeshadows or the products that I use, I could wipe it off and then do my base. So I'm using the Inglot concealer as my primer. After I've applied the primer, I would set it with my powder. I'm using the L'Oreal Matte Magique All-in-One Mattifying Transforming Compact. This powder is literally my holy grail. Even if I just apply concealer on my face, moisturizer, concealer, and then this powder, and I'm good to go out. I love this powder. And I'm using the sponge that they give it with itself to apply it on my eyelids. I always like the perfect wing that we see on people, especially when they wear Indians. The wing matters a lot. So I always tend to use a tape while doing so. Once I've cut the tape, I will first put it on the palm, like on the behind portion of my hand, and remove it, and then apply it over my eyes so that the adhesive is not very strong on my eye, since this skin is really weak and you don't want it to be pulled every now and then. Make sure that both the tapes are applied exactly in the same angle, so that you don't have one wing on top and one wing down basically. Once I'm done with this, I am today using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Self-Made palette. They have a range of colors and I love all their colors. They look so pretty, especially this one. For today's video, I'm going to be using Self-Made. That's a really nice gold right here. I'm going to take that on the same brush that I get with the palette. And if you see, I'm only applying this on my lid below the crease, not going over my crease. It's always good to tap rather than pulling it, so that more product is deposited on your eyelid. And I'm pulling it to the end, like right here, till my end corner. I'm taking it all the way down. I'm going to repeat the same process on my next eye. Now I need a transition shade that can blend with the gold and the smoked out eye look that I'm going to do. So I'm using this new Isadora eyeshadow palette, a new brand that's just launched in India, and it's really reasonable actually. This palette's name is 50 Matte Chocolates. So it has like from the lightest shade ever that you can actually use as a base on your eyeshadow to a nice chocolatey dark brown. Now I'm going to be taking the cooler tone from here as a transition shade in my crease. Go in circular motions and just blend it all out with the gold and in your crease really nicely, so that there are no harsh lines whatsoever. Once I'm done blending the gold into my crease, I will again go back to the gold and apply some more of it on my lid. And you may have to do this process 2 or 3 times, because when you blend, the color tends to fade out. But trust me, blending makes a lot of difference and you cannot miss out on that step ever. Once I'm done applying the Self-Made color again, I will then be applying hot chocolate from the Self-Made palette itself, but just on my outer corners. I'm using my Vega flat eyeshadow brush to do so. Now if you see, I'm just going in this V motion here, and the tape is supporting my wing. So I don't really have to do a lot of mehnat, because the tape kind of helps you do that already. Make sure that your brown does not go over your crease, otherwise it's going to make you look like a gorilla, and I'm sure you don't want to look that way. Once I'm done putting the hot chocolate, I'm again going to go back to the Self-Made color and apply that again here in the middle, so that it kind of blends in with the hot chocolate. And then finally, I'm going to be using Spirit Rock from the Self-Made palette again over the hot chocolate that I just applied. You can use any black eyeshadow that you like. Now once I've applied Spirit Rock, I'm again going to go back to my Isadora palette and take the cooler brown shade from that and blend all the colors properly. After doing that, I'm gonna go again in with the self-made color and apply it over the Spirit Rock that I just applied to blend the gold and the black really well. Once I'm satisfied with how my eyes look with the eyeshadow and everything, I'm then gonna go in with my NYX The Curve eyeliner. I really like this liner. It's so easy to apply, just like a pen. And for people who are bad at wings, I used to be one of them before. This really helps, trust me. I'm just gonna trace the outer line of my tape. Take a really thin line from my eyelid so that my eyeshadow is not hidden, and join both of them. So once I'm done applying the liner, now I'll take off my tapes and let's see how it looks. So now, after taking off your tapes, if you think any of your lines are on top or down or however, you can actually just fix them. After I've removed my tape and made all my lines proper, I will go back in with Spirit Rock and just kind of blend it with my eyeliner a bit, because I want that illusion of my liner and the shadow together, you know, so together, and then there's gold that way. I'm going to take a bit of gold again, that's self-made, and kind of blend the black and the gold together. So if you see, I'm actually pulling it forward rather than going backward. I'm doing this. When you do that, the black kind of comes ahead and the gold mixes together with it. Once I'm done doing my eyes, I will then wipe off the product that's fallen on my face. You can see this black lines here, or you can take a tissue paper. Now I'm going to move on to my concealer. I'm using the MAC Studio Finish. Yes, I sometimes apply my concealer before my foundation because I feel that my foundation locks in my concealer then. That's just how my brain works, and it kind of works for me as well, so you should try it sometimes. I'm going to be using my ring finger to apply my concealer, like always. Now be very careful when you do so that your wing doesn't get wiped off with your concealer, but at the same time don't forget to conceal right below it, otherwise you're going to see a color difference. I'm also going to conceal the spots on my face or wherever I feel there's any discoloration. And after concealing, I'm now moving on to my foundation. Today I'm using the Maybelline Fit Me Matte Poreless Foundation. It's one of my favorite drugstore foundations and I just love how it feels on my face. The color is exact. I'm again going to be using my ring finger to apply my foundation like I always do. I'm using my PAC 281 brush to blend my foundation in today. After I'm done applying my foundation, I will again take my L'Oreal Matte Magic powder and use my fluffy brush to scoop up some product and just roam it around my face, because it's very important to set your foundation and your concealer once you've applied it. After applying the powder, now it's time for highlighting. Today I'm using the Naked Skin Urban Decay highlighter in the shade medium to light. I'm highlighting around my mouth for the first time is because I have a bit of pigmentation there and I kind of want to hide it, so yeah. I'm using my same foundation brush to blend this highlight out. Make sure that you don't drag it but tap it so that the product is sucked in and not pulled out so that you see lines on your face. After that, I'm going to bake, and people who watched my videos before know exactly what I mean by when I say bake, not cookies, but my face. I'm going to be using the Makeup Studio White Translucent Powder to do so. So basically, I'm going to be applying this white powder on all the places that I've highlighted so that it kind of locks in the highlighter and my under eyes don't crease. So while I look like a ghost, I will move on to do my brows till the time my face bakes. I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brows in the shade Ebony. This is again one of my holy grail products. I love it. It has a spoolie and like the product on the other side, so very handy, very handy. If you want to know in detail how I kind of fill my brows, I have a video on it and I'm going to tag it in this video so that you all can go and watch it. To keep my brows in place once I've done my brows, I'm applying the Givenchy Mr. Brow Groom. I have used this before in one of my videos and since then I'm in love with it. This just helps in locking the color of the product in so that it does not budge. So it's really helpful, kind of. So after I'm done with my brows, I'm gonna wipe off all the bake over my face using my fluffy brush to do so. So I'm using the Bobbi Brown Black Chocolate eyeliner for my waterline. And then I will use Spirit Rock and Hot Chocolate on my lower eyelids. I'm using my Forever 21 eyelash curler to curl my lashes. Okay, I think I have some color in my eyes. So first I'm going to move on to contouring and then get back to my eyes because I don't want my eyes to water and all my product to kind of fall off. So I'm using the ABH Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Kit. I'm using the darkest brown and the middle shade, both in total to contour. And this is my Borges 101 angled contour brush. I'm also going to be contouring my forehead because you obviously don't want your forehead to look white while else your contour is brown on either side. If you have a bigger forehead, then it's very important to kind of make your forehead look a little smaller that you contour. But if you have a small forehead like me, in that case, make sure that you contour really little, not a lot. So I'm just kind of doing it very close to my hairline so that it just looks a little warm. That's it. After the contouring, I will move on to my blush. I'm using the MAC Spring Sheen as a blush today and my Real Techniques brush to apply it. I love blending my contour and my blush together because it makes me get a more chiseled look. But if you like having your blush on the apples of your cheek, you can totally do what you like. There are no real rules in makeup. Whatever suits you best is what you do. Once I'm done applying the brush, I'll go back to my eyes since I'd curled my eyelashes. I'm going to be using Roller Lash from Benefit as my mascara today. I always make sure to first apply it on my eyelashes like so because I feel it gives it a lot of volume, and then I go ahead applying it from down. I don't like false lashes as much, but if you are the kind who like false lashes, please go ahead and use it because they look very pretty. Now once I'm done applying my mascara, I'm going to move on to applying my highlighter. So I'm using the Champagne Pop from Becca by Jaclyn Hill, one of my favorite highlighters. Taking it on my PAC 045 fan brush. Once I'm done applying it on my face, I'm then going to move into my eyes. I'm going to take this on my pencil brush from Vega, apply it on my inner corners. This just helps you look more awake and your eyes more wide and open. And then take the same highlighter and apply it right below my brow bone. Today's look, my lipstick, I'm going to be mixing two lipsticks actually. I'm going to be using the NYX Monte Carlo shade number 10, and I'm going to be using the ColourPop Lippy Sticks. It's known as Gold Digger. So first I'm going to be applying the Monte Carlo. And over that I'll be applying the ColourPop Gold Digger. And that's it. So this is my final look, guys. I hope you guys had fun watching this video. I hope you learned something out of it, and if there is any other tip that you would like to give me that I could change, let me know in the comments below. Let me know if you liked this video as well. And if you did like it, do not forget to give this video a big thumbs up. Do not forget to share it with your friends. Subscribe if you haven't. And that's about it. Lots of love. Mwah, mwah, mwah. I will see you guys soon. Bye.